So this is the Disney book tag. Now I've done something similar, which is like the Disney Princess and Heroine tag, I believe. So I was looking over the questions and I typed in my name, I'm like, no, I haven't done this one just yet. I think it's very similar to the other ones, but it still is different. So number one is The Little Mermaid, a character out of their element. And so for this one, I'm actually going to go with a book that I actually did not finish. Not because I didn't like it, but just because life, and I just haven't gotten back to it. But for this one, I'm going to say Tris, or Beatrice, from Divergent. So in Divergent, in their dystopian society, people are kind of separated by personality trait kind of things. There's Candor for honest and erudite for intelligent and etc. And I believe it's abnegation that Tris has grown up in, and that is the selfless. Basically, they are not allowed to think of themselves. They must think of others. And so she kind of wears like gray clothing. Her food is like tasteless. They don't celebrate birthdays or anything like that because they kind of try to uphold certain like beliefs and virtues, and going against them is kind of what they believe led to the way the world is now. And at a ceremony, they like take this test and everything, and that kind of determines where you might fit. And you can either, from what I remember, stay within your group or move on to the one that you choose. And so she picks Dauntless, which is the brave people, like your cops, your military, stuff like that. So going from sort of like these drabby clothes and everything and helping people to kind of being a warrior, obviously it's yeah, definitely out of her element. Cinderella is major transformation. And for this one, oh, that is a good one. I'd say for this one, I'm going to go with Edward Tulane, which is the China Rabbit from The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. He kind of goes from being, self-absorbed to learning about love. And that's another book I will always recommend. I don't care who it's intended for, middle grade or children. It's a beautiful story and you need to read it. Snow White, an eclectic cast of characters. For this one, I'm going to go with Going Bovine. You have a boy with mad cow disease. You have a lawn gnome that believes he's a Nordic god. His friend, who is, I think they describe him as a dwarf. And you have a punk rock angel. Yeah, I don't know if it gets any more eclectic than that. It's a fun read. Definitely. Very interesting characters. Sleeping Beauty, a book that put you to sleep. I don't think I have a book that put me to sleep. I have books that I DNF'd, but maybe they were just so entertainingly stupid. Is that a word, entertainingly? I don't care. It's a word now if it's not. That maybe the stupidity just kept me up and I found it humorous. But I've been looking to really keep up with a book that would make me fall asleep. The next one is Lion King. A character that had something traumatic happen to them in childhood. And for this one, I have to go with Katniss. Basically, her father, before the story begins, dies in the mines, and because of this, her mother goes into a deep depression and does not go out and work or, help them find food. So basically, 11-year-old Katniss is left to not only deal with the fact that her father basically exploded, but now she has to take the role of supporting the family. And if that's not dramatic, I don't know what else could be. The next one is Beauty and the Beast. What is a beast of a book but turned out to be beautiful? And I don't know if I've read something that's both. A beast of a book that I enjoyed would be Battle Royale. And I will have to say there's definitely a lot more to that book than people say, because people kind of go on about the violence and this and that. But there's just so much more to that story. It really is about the kids and the struggle of, kind of being pit against your friends and all that other stuff. Aladdin, a character that got their wish granted for better or worse. And I don't know if I've read anything quite like that might perfectly fit this question. But I'm going to say Coraline, because she wanted adventure and everything. She's kind of bored with her life, if you really think about it. In so many ways, she's basically wanting something to happen. And then she discovers the other mother, and things kind of go down from there. Mulan, someone that pretends to be something they're not. And again, I don't know if I've really read anything that quite fits this. But in Abundance of Catherines, Colin and Hassan, if I remember correctly, pretend to be like foreigners from France in one scene, so I guess I'll go with that. Toy Story. A character or characters that we would like to come to life. And you know what? I don't really know if I would honestly want characters that come to life. I will say, though, Matilda would have been a cool person to hang out with when I was a kid. Like, when I was 8 years old and reading Goosebumps and all that stuff, that would have been an awesome friend to have. Disney Descendants, your favorite villain. And, there's obviously people I could pick. But because this is Disney, and I'm not going to pick a Disney person, but I'm going to pick something a little bit more cartoonish, I guess you would say. And I am going to go with Black or Wicked Lady from Sailor Moon. So, I'm not sure who has done this tag. So, I know I tagged people in the other one. So if you haven't done this tag and you would like to do it, I would love to see your answers. So